Getting a job is particularly hard if you're aged between 15 and 24. Global youth unemployment rate 13%. In Spain, it's over 50%. The ILO, International Labour Organization, is trying to address this. The ILO's Director-General is RYDER. From the Secretary-General of the OECD to the Director-General of the ILO. Do you agree with most of what he said?
I never disagree with what he said, but there are a few things I think we need to think about. You talk about a jobs recovery. Globally, there is no jobs recovery. 5 million more people unemployed last year. If we carry on the same course we're on, there's going to be more unemployed in the future.
Well,
so careful about that word jobs recovery.
Here in Davos, they've been talking highfalutin talking. Today, various panels and leaders have been talking about plans and prospects for a jobs recovery. Do you buy any of it?
Well, I think, as I've said, the course we're on is going to lead to further unemployment, not less. What I do actually see underneath the highfalutin talk that you've detected is a real concern about youth unemployment and a real commitment from business people to do something about that. That's good.
I'm tying people down quite sharply this week. No highfalutin talk. Tell me in 1, 2, 3, 4, what is it you want them to do?
The companies. Well, I think they've got to commit to take people on. They've got to commit to engaging themselves, apprenticeship schemes, but working with well. The oldest public-private partnership in the world is apprenticeships. We need to rediscover their beauty and their effectiveness.
But companies don't willingly not employ people if there's the work for them to do. So there's just not that necessity in productivity at the moment to take on more staff. You see that surely at this point in the recovery.
Well, I think that the discussion here in Davos is actually it makes good business sense. Do they have to make a bit of extra effort? Do they have to anticipate hiring decisions?
That's the one thing.
That's
the one thing you don't do in this recovery. Anticipate and take people on, because then your wage bill goes up and you lose further competitiveness, Guy. You know this.
There's lots of money in the bank. There's lots of money in the corporate bank. Profits have never been higher. They're not being invested where they need to be invested. I think people, if they walk the talk, have got money to put into youth jobs, and I think what I'm hearing here is they're ready to do it. Now, we have to hold them to it.
Now, how are you going to do that? Because that's the core thing. You're telling me that here in Davos, they're giving you commitments or at least understandings that they're prepared to do this.
I'd go as far as commitments. You've got the International Business Council sitting there saying, we're going to do it. They want Angel Gurria, they want the ILO involved, and they're ready to come and be measured by it 12 months' time. Let's have this conversation 12 months on and see if I'm over-optimistic or not.
Well, that's one way of getting yourself invited back. Thank you very much indeed, keeping yourself in work. Many thanks indeed for joining us. The head of the ILO joined me. Still to come on Quest.